people, like pretend to be other people.
Uh, like kind of like the behavior.
Yeah, like say, like, cause where I'm at in Muskegon, like they pay people to pretend like they'll even pay people to make them pretend like they're gang members. They're not even real gang members. Like they'll pay people to pretend like they're like Bloods or Crips or Sureños or whatever they can. And in like my eyes, that's like informant stuff. That's like snitch stuff. Like how can you pay? Like if somebody walked up to me and gave me some money and told me to pretend like I was a gang member and follow people around, I think that was like some informant setup ass stuff.
Well, yeah, these people know what they're doing, and some of these people really are involved in shit, and if they're home food, they would get violated.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So like you okay, you know over in Pico, you know how you got like and like I'm the type of person I respect everybody. Like I don't care what color they are, where they from. Like I respect everybody. But like over in Pico, you know how you got like the Playboys and Crazy Rider. You got all types of hoods and stuff over there. And like if like if the police were paying somebody to try to pretend like they were from these neighborhoods or they were really from there, they'd be like they'd violate them for false claiming and like misrepresenting their hood and all that stuff.
So yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's like I think some of these people are police though because I've seen them ride around with people who hang. I've seen cars like leaving the police station like following me around, but it was some people. They looked like they were like, selling dope or something. Like they looked like they were, hanging out in the hood and shit, but they were hanging out with the police at the same time.
Yeah, it's all twisted, man. There's a bunch of look at that shit going on.
Yeah, but the electronical stuff, like, okay, with people hearing noises and frequencies, I think that stuff's a part of mind control. Like, it's gang stalking stuff, but I think they're trying to mind control the public.
I believe that too.
Right, right, because have you ever heard the woodpecker signal?
I haven't heard of that.
It was coming from Russia. Like, back in the Soviet Union, they had the woodpecker signal, and it was like radars and frequencies that people could hear, and everybody was like tripping out about it. It was like real big back in the 70s, and then the government figured out it was signals being sent from the Soviet Union over to America, like North America and South America, to like make people like kind of like experiment on people, kind of like trip people out.
Yeah, there's. I think what's going on is a lot of the poor society, like I don't think like older people,
Yeah,
they are being mind controlled. Like if you pass by them, they'll start saying weird ass shit or acting a certain way because they are mind controlling a lot of the homeless population. But the people that are willingly going along with it, they are willingly letting themselves be connected to the hive mind, and they can communicate with like I would say like other perps and through this kind of like way of thinking, and they can like communicate with each other because it's like a radio station, like Power 106 or any type of station like that, and they're logged on to a certain station. So when they're around each other with a certain proximity, they could communicate with each other.
right, right. I thought that it's like hive mind. It's like Luciferian, like hive mind, like satanic stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people don't even quite like if everybody watches the news and then it doesn't matter if it's true if the news is lying or not, everybody will believe it just because they saw it on TV.
Yeah, but like everybody's getting like pretty much they're aware of what's going on. There's only like a small percentage of the world that's still like kind of unaware. But I would say like 30 to 40% of the world isn't unaware of what's going on, and then there's at least 60% of these perps are taking over. They know that it's fake news, and they know, and they laugh about it, and they
Right, right, right. I think like also like with the covert drugging, you think they're mixing like like with okay with the electronical stuff, it changes the brain and the brain produces chemicals, but also with the covert drugging, I think like
Yep.
and not even intended like not even covert drugging where they purposely have the management drug you, but like just naturally like all the stuff they put in the food, like the
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, what I think today, like, do you yourself, do you ever drink, like, consume alcohol or smoke weed or anything like that?
I don't smoke weed, but sometimes I drink beer.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, like, today's the Sabbath, so I believe that Saturdays are the Sabbath, and I haven't been getting tempted really to like since I've been busy with work and stuff like that. Only when the weekends come like around, it's like I'll kind of think about oh should I get a beer or something or you know smoke some weed or whatever. Like I'll be bored because I'm home and I have time to myself. But instead of communicating with other people and being like a positive force, if you have time on your hands and you don't do anything, you're gonna get tempted. But not only the temptation, that's the spiritual side of it, is that they're bottling up these chemicals inside you, and then they release them and try to manipulate frequencies to tempt you to want to desire this alcohol or whatever, or they'll start messing with people around you that will try to stress you out, and then they'll get in a bad mood and make you put you in a try to put you in a bad mood, and which causes a chain reaction, and then you end up going to the store and buying a tall boy or something, and then you just fall back into that loop, and then one's never enough, and you just had three, and then you're good. If you have a good tolerance, if you can handle yourself, you'll just stick at those few beers, but you fall back into that habit, and they that's what they do. They try to manipulate anything they can manipulate your body, your mind. They're gonna try to find a way to do it.
Hey, hey, you right on. Yeah, anything they can do. Like I agree with everything you just said. Anything they can do to like get to you or disturb you, they're gonna try to find a way to do it, and they're gonna try to probably do it as covertly as possible. You know.
Exactly.
Hey, can I ask you? Can I? I want to ask you. Like, okay, you know how you got? Okay, check this out. You know how you got pachucos, like from like in Chicago. Then you got like cholos. But I want to ask, like back in the day, like cholos always wore real long hair, right?
Probably, like I mean, that was like surfer days and stuff, but like a lot of the like pachucos, yeah, like back in the day, they used to have long hair,
Yeah,
and
like the
like
'70s.
yeah, I mean, yeah, my dad and my uncles, I have pictures of them, and they all had long hair and stuff. So I mean, that was like a thing back then.
Right, because I was reading some stuff about like the Rampart scandal, and the Rampart scandal was involved with Crash, like community resource. Remember they used to have this stuff about like community resources against street hoodlums or something like that. That's what Crash was. They made the movie Colors, color. Like it was about the Crash and stuff, but like they were singling. Like I remember I used to hear stories like they were singling people out. Like they weren't even like involved in anything illegal. It just because you were Chicano, if you had longer hair, they would say, "Oh, like that was a cholo," and the police would try to like harass the person or something.
Yeah, yeah. And for whatever reason, if you were whatever they didn't like, because it was more racist before. A lot of stuff is more controlled now instead of being more violent. Um, they're just trying to control things and steer things in their way, so they can steer a majority of people by sending a bunch of frequencies out. They can they can manipulate people and put whatever they want into their mind.
Right.
They can put it, but it's their choice. But they can manipulate them to
Yeah.
believe something. You know what I mean? They're not making them make that choice. It's just that they're giving them. They keep manipulating them a certain way. Eventually, they're gonna lean toward that choice.
I used to
You know what I mean? So,
I used to think like the woodpecker signal, the Soviet Union. I used to think like if you think about big cities like Chicago and Detroit and especially like Los Angeles, like who's to say a lot of these murder areas where there was a lot of murder, like especially back in like the 70s or the late 80s and early 90s, when it was like really bad. You know, who's to say they weren't sending psychotronic signals to like little neighborhoods and stuff, and like increasing
Oh,
all.
I'm pretty sure they've done that. I mean, I'm most likely sure they have been experimenting on a lot of different communities and to see the outcome, you know, and to see if they'll get aggravated or angry. Or probably the Watts riots were influenced by this crap.
I think so too. I think so too. Like areas like Compton or Watts, like you know, like back in like the Rodney King. I think the Rodney King thing might have even been an experiment.
Yeah, they're probably seeing testing, you know, certain military weapons on people or like psychotropics or whatever they call it. They probably been doing all kinds of different stuff, putting stuff in the water. You know, that's why they have things they do. They have now because we have